Ladies and gentlemen, what's up? Good morning. How's everybody doing? It's fight day. UFC 297 tonight. So it's crazy to me that the pay-per-view itself, like on paper, I know for like casuals that don't really understand like these fighters, like the way it's lined up, to a lot of them it's gonna be like, it's not that much of a great card. It is. It is. I promise you it is. Tune in, watch the prelims. By just watching the prelims, you're gonna know how the pay-per-view is gonna go, for the most part. Now, as far as prediction goes, man, for the main card, it's hard because there's fighters like the fighters that you want to win. You sometimes you don't get your way with it, but for the main event, it's hard for me because I mean both fighters are great. Both fighters are great. It's not like it's going to be a one-dimensional thing or whatever. That's what everybody was kind of thinking when Israel Adesanya fought Strickland. Look what Strickland did, right? So I would say for the main event, I'm 50-50 because Drake does have knockout power. He can submit you. He's a good fighter and he comes to scrap. But so does Strickland. So that one's 50-50 for me. I really don't know. If I had to pick one, like, I'd honestly, based on the pressure and everything, and the doubts, I'm going with Strickland. Strickland's my pick to win the fight. So for the co-main event, I know not a lot of people are excited about it, but again, if you are a true fan of mixed martial arts, and I'm not just talking about the UFC, I'm talking about everything. Like if you follow the sport, you know that these two bantamweights, they bring a lot to the table. They're very talented. One already had a crack at the title several years ago, back in 2018, and then a new contender in Bueno Silva is fighting for the first time for a championship in the UFC. So my pick for that, if you lean towards the experience factor, you're gonna go with Pennington. But if you lean towards the momentum and like just all around the way she's been finishing her fights, I'm going with Mayra, right? So that's my pick right there. Mayra Bueno Silva to win the co-main event to become the new UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion. The rest of the main card, it's exciting. It's like strikers, grapplers. It's gonna be a great pay-per-view. So tune in tonight, UFC 297. If you're placing bets, I mean DraftKings, there's my bookie, all that good stuff. So tune in. UFC 297 is gonna be a great pay-per-view, and for sure, we're gonna have a new women's bantamweight champion outside of Amanda Nunes and like in the championship fight and for a very long time. So and then the main event, sure to be fire, man. Like it's gonna bring it. Tune in.